watching KOCT Television in Oceanside.
This program is brought to you by the City of Oceanside. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Welcome to Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, CJ Demento, here to introduce you to the November edition of Spectrum. First, we have Teresa Collis as OUSD Career Technical Education Coordinator, and she's here to share about local high school students taking college classes through dual enrollment. And one of our favorite events in November, the Oceanside Turkey Trot, is back. And Pete Hess, president and co-founder of San Diego Running Company, and Tyler Garcia, VIP of Brand and Business Development for Visit Oceanside, are going to tell us all about it. Maggie Mesa, San Diego chapter director of Blue Star Families, will share about how they connect and support military and veteran families within our community. And always wonderful to get an update on Oceanside Parks and Recreation offerings and programs with Patrick Young, Special Events Coordinator for the City of Oceanside. So stay tuned because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. All right, first, Teresa Collis, Career Technical Education Coordinator for the Oceanside Unified School District, is here to share about local high school students taking college classes through something called dual enrollment. Welcome, Teresa.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you for having me here to talk about just one of the many opportunities we have happening across our high schools in Oceanside Unified School District.
It's amazing all that you're doing at Oceanside Unified School District. Today, we're going to talk about something called dual enrollment. Let us know what is dual enrollment?
Dual enrollment is where our high school students are able to take college courses while in high school for free while they're attending high school.
Yeah, and they're doing that through Maricosta College. How many students take advantage of that program?
Working with Maricosta College, we have expanded our program extensively. And currently in this semester, this term that aligns with Maricosta College's terms that they have. So it is in fact a college courses. But we have over 300 students currently across our high schools taking a college course.
Yeah. That's amazing. Taking advantage of getting college credits while you're still in high school.
Absolutely.
And what kind of classes can students take?
Well, our goal, working with Maricosta, jointly, our goal is to create a sequence of courses that would allow our high schoolers to complete 1 year of college prior to them graduating high school.
Wow, so that many different types of classes that students can take.
We actually have two different pathways right now. Okay. One aligns with the first year STEM required courses. So we have students that will aspire to go into the STEM field. Yeah. So there are certain courses that they would take their first year around math and science and things of that nature. Yeah. So there's those courses. And then we have just the general education courses that students in other majors would be working on in their first year of college.
Wonderful. And do the students take it on campus or at the school? What does that look like?
Well, we learned a lot from COVID, and we learned that it's important to offer an assortment of ways for our students to access these courses. So we have some that are offered in person across all three high schools. So that looks like college teachers coming to our high school campuses. They have an assigned classroom and students would report to class. Sometimes it's in the morning. Other courses are offered in the afternoon. And then we also have courses that are offered online.
And these are free courses for the students to take advantage of,
The courses are free,
Wow.
which also includes textbooks or any type of access to software that they would need to access the course or the learning. Absolutely free.
And then there's this automatic pathway to other colleges in the state in the city, throughout the nation?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So again, working with MiraCosta, they're very mindful that we want students to take courses that would transfer, depending on what they would like to do after high school. So the courses we offer our students are ones that are transferable to a Cal State school or a UC school or private school for that matter. In the state of California, they are accepted in most cases, hands down, no questions. Outside of California, it would be up to the individual institution, but for free and transferable.
Amazing, amazing. And so this is part of the career tech work that you do and the pathways in the high schools. Tell us a little bit about that the high schools are doing as well, if you would.
Yes, so we have a program called Career Technical Education. And within that program, we offer career pathways. State of California recognizes 15 thriving industries. And many of those industries are very strong right up here in North County. Yeah. So we have offered career pathways, which are a sequence of courses in these different industries. We represent 11 out of the 15 thriving industries. So students are able to take these sequence of courses where they really get to know and understand more in depth of what that industry entails to help them decide if it's something they're interested in pursuing after they graduate.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for all the great work that you're doing for students. If students want to find out more about dual enrollment or the pathways, where should they go?
They can contact their school counselor or their college and career guidance tech that we have at every high school campus. And you can also check out our district website under CTE.
And once again, dual enrollment.
Dual enrollment, free college.
All right. Thank you so much, Teresa, for being here.
Thank you.
And we will be right back with our next guest.
Don't miss your shot. Apply now for financial aid to pay for college. This is real money you don't have to repay.
Submit your free application for Federal Student Aid, FAFSA, or California DREAM Act application before the buzzer.
Applications open October 1st, and there are lots of people available to help you. You deserve a chance to get a college education.
This can be a community college career certificate, a 2-year degree, or a 4-year college degree.
This is your slam dunk for your future success.
From a baby's first steps to walking your daughter down the aisle, so many of life's precious moments are spent on our feet, and every step you take contributes to a healthier heart. By walking briskly for just 30 minutes a day, you can lower your risk for heart disease and stroke. So join us and take the first step to a healthier, longer life. The American Heart Association. Life. Life is why.
All right, welcome back. Pete Hess, president and co-founder of San Diego Running Company, is here, along with Tyler Garcia, vice president of brand and business development for our own Visit Oceanside. They're both here to talk about the Oceanside Turkey Trot. Is it that time of year again?
It's that time of year. It's already here.
It's here.
Yeah,
well,
we're excited for it to be back.
Almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And so new leadership this year. San Diego Running Club is taking over, and
that's correct.
Tell us about that. Yeah.
We're excited. Kathy Canane and Canane Events have put on the Oceanside Turkey Trot for the past 17 years and built really one of the best events, not only in Southern California, but really in the U.S. when it comes to turkey trots. So we're excited to kind of take over that legacy and really drive the event into the future. So we're excited. It's a big responsibility.
Huge. And San Diego Running Company has been doing this, does this. This is what you
we've been
do.
in business for a decade.
Yeah.
So we produce events all through San Diego County. This will be our biggest one now in North County, so super exciting. Some of our other events are Pacific Beach Half Marathon, and the San Diego Santa Run, which was actually voted the best fun run in the U.S. So we're very familiar with this space, and we're so excited to come to Oceanside.
And the Turkey Trot is in good hands.
It's going to be in very good hands. We're excited to take it take it on.
And Visit Oceanside is a great sponsor and supporter of this important event as well, right?
Yeah, as you know, I mean, we've been working with the Turkey Trot for a few years now, but super excited, just to continue that collaboration and, continue that holiday tradition in our community. So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, and it's a fun event.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, everybody can show up, whether it's residents or visitors.
Absolutely. We get people from almost all 50 states.
Yeah.
We already have some people registered from the UK. So people come from all over. And when it comes to participation-wise, whether you're trying to run the fastest 5K or 5 mile that morning, or you want to don a turkey suit and go out and walk it and have fun, it's for everybody. That's what it's built for. So it's built for families, for competitive runners, and people that just want to get out there and get their feet moving before eating a bunch of turkey.
Ready to eat.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit more about the event itself. If someone were wanting to sign up, what could they sign up for? What does the morning look like?
So they have multiple options. So we have the 5 mile run in the morning, which starts at 6:45. Then we have the 5K run and walk. We have the people that want to take it all on and do the combo. So you can do the 5 mile and then do the 5K. We'll also have the kids run, which is a 1 mile or a 5th mile for the little ones. And also, if you don't want to necessarily run or walk, there's always volunteer opportunities out in an event. It takes a lot of bodies to put on an event of this size. People just cheering on the sidelines, helping hand out water at the water stations. So whether you want to compete or whether you want to walk with your family or volunteer, we have lots of opportunities.
Great. And this is a really big event for Oceanside.
Indeed it is.
Isn't it? How many people do you expect to be at the event?
I think 8,000 to 10,000 if we're looking at it again. Pretty exciting. It's a huge economic driver for Oceanside too. So, we're really excited to replicate the past years. Visit Oceanside does a nice economic impact study on this each year. And, we see that it brings in a lot of money for the destination and over $1 million typically. So it's total good thing for Oceanside.
Yeah, and a fun thing. People are getting exercise and out there with their community members as
Absolutely.
well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. It benefits the Move Your Feet Before You Eat Foundation, put on by Canaan Events, which promotes really a healthy lifestyle and through advocacy and financial support and an in-school running program that they do that already has 700 kids that participate. So it's great.
Awesome. So some of the proceeds go towards that organization.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the event has raised almost $500,000 throughout its life for Move Your Feet Before You Eat, and we plan on continuing that drive.
That's amazing. So where should people go if they want to sign up to be a part of the event or they want to volunteer? Please volunteer for this amazing
we always
event.
need volunteers. SanDiegoRunningCo.com is where you can find all the information for the Oceanside Turkey Trot and any other San Diego Running Co. event.
Yeah. Any last words about the Turkey Trot? Are you going to be out there?
I'll be out there. I'll be running with the family.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us. We're excited for another year.
Welcome to Oceanside. Looking forward to another amazing year of the Oceanside Turkey Trot.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
We'll be right back with our next guest.
Hi, I'm Hannah Hart, and I'm here to talk if you're willing to listen. So I lived my whole life without knowing that depression was a real thing. I thought depression was like kind of the same thing as being sad or bored or whatever. As I got older and my life got bigger and broader, I still kind of carried what felt like a lead jacket with me wherever I went. Like there was this inherent sense of sadness that no amount of talk therapy was seeming to sort through. Eventually I started going to a different therapist and she was like, well, it just sounds like, you have depression. I was like, oh, so? Now what? I personally did a lot of research, I started reading about it, and I found a lot of like-minded people that were like, oh my God, you experience the same thing? There's not just something wrong with me? And as I started to realize what was going on with me, I was able to express it better to the people around me. One of the most important things to remember if you're reaching out to someone you love who's keeping something inside is patience. And don't get frustrated. And if the conversation doesn't go well, don't feel like, oh man, I did this. Set your intention before you even pick up the phone. And for me, it's no matter how this goes, it's not about me. I'm trying because I feel compelled to try, and I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna listen. A good rule of thumb, listen twice as much as you speak. If somebody wants advice, they're gonna go, I don't know, what do you think I should do? And that's when you tell them. I feel like we have a tendency to want to fix problems and solve and give people advice. If you just did this and this, you'd feel better. Okay, great, thanks, it's resolved. Chick, chick. And I do this too. But that's only because we don't want to see the person we love suffering. But unfortunately, sometimes we have to let them suffer in that moment so they can let their suffering out. If somebody's starting to cry and it makes you feel really awkward and really uncomfortable, just sit with it, man, because odds are they need to cry. Your friends want to help you. Your friends want to be there for you. They just don't know how. For instance, my partner's like, why can't I make you happy? And I'm like, this is my happy. So it's okay to take some time and research what might be the right thing for you. When I'm really stressed out or I'm really feeling not my best, I just need someone to be like, yeah? And then I could be like, yeah, word vomit, word vomit, word vomit, word vomit, and then I'll feel better. It's not about telling every single person in your life, hey guys, I'm depressed today. It's about finding the support in your life so you know who to tell. That way, they can be there for you, and you're not just alone in the feeling anymore.
Ever hear the one about the frog? Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out.
Here's my resume.
But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. It's a lie. But as a metaphor for us and all that we go through as veterans,
Too many real-world experience.
it's a story that rings true. We make excuses for how we feel. We push everything down. We tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. And some days, maybe, it is. But you've never been interested in easy. Reaching out is hard. Do it anyway. You're not alone. You've got this. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
All right, welcome back. Maggie Mitza, San Diego Chapter Director of Blue Star Families, is here at a very important time. The holidays are starting, right? And there's a lot of work that you're doing. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I want to start and let people know about Blue Star Families, about your organization that started in 2009, I think. Yeah, many years.
Right. Yeah. So it started in 2009 by military family members, and we've grown over the years to currently over 250,000 members nationwide. We have over 13 chapters to include here in San Diego County.
Yeah, and San Diego County is what you oversee, that chapter, and you're seeing a lot of need for military members. And tell us about that. Tell us what Blue Star Families does to support those folks.
Right. So every year we host our military family lifestyle survey. And off of those, we take our top 5 concerns from our respondents. And those are usually housing, childcare, food insecurity. And so we take those responses and we turn them into focus-based programs in order to be able to engage our military families into the community.
Yeah, and that really is what you do. You connect those families with the larger community.
Correct.
What's the importance of that?
Well, everyone wants that sense of belonging, and military families tend to move every 2 to 3 years. And every year we have about 600,000 that transition out of the military or move to a new area.
Whenever you say that number, I can't believe that, the movement.
Right, right. And so they really want to feel like they belong into their community. And so what I do is I work with community partners and organizations to be able to bring our families into the community, have them know what's going on with their area, and to get the community involved to really embrace our military families.
Yeah, and help connect them with all kinds of resources. You said those 5 top needs.
Right.
Childcare.
Right.
Housing. Food insecurity. What are you seeing post-COVID? Are you seeing different trends in those needs?
I think the biggest need is childcare. Here in San Diego County, we have about a wait list of 4,000. And so for us, we go and we take our information that we receive off of our surveys and we bring them to local leadership and we say, hey, this is what's going on with our military families and this is what they're needing.
Mm-hmm. So childcare. So you then connect the members with childcare services, or you advocate to get more resources available in the community?
We advocate, and then we partner up with other resources to be able to provide those to our military families.
Yeah, and so you're always looking for people to get involved with Blue Star families. What would that look like if someone were to support your organization?
Yes, well, if you're a military or veteran family, you can join. Our membership is free.
Yeah.
And we're always looking for volunteers. Our community can come out and volunteer at any of our programs that we run. We just launched the campaign of Do Your Part. And so that is really where our community can come and do their part to support and embrace our military families, whether that's through a discount or just being a good neighbor and recognizing a military family that needs something in their home. And so just being able to really connect one another to what's going on in their lives is really helpful.
So with somebody watching and they hear you say, do your part, that could be something small.
Yes.
Or it could be something on a larger scale.
Right. It could be anything that they feel led to do. Yeah. And it's just really to bring awareness to our community of who our neighbors are and what our military families are experiencing.
And now is the time with the holidays coming up. It's even more important than ever to do your part when it comes to our military families and service members.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So if folks want to get engaged and support, where should they go?
They can go to bluestarfam.org and learn about all of the things that we have available for them. Locally, they can go to our social media pages, Blue Star Family San Diego, and see all the events and be able to get in touch with me and volunteer and become part of our community.
And 250 households throughout the country you're working with.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep.
All right. Thank you for all you do for our community, Maggie.
Thank you for your support.
And we'll be right back with our final guest.
Have you visited the uniquely marvelous Lucenio Park at Douglas Drive and Vandegrift near Camp Pendleton's back gate? This exceptional community park features not only 2 multi-purpose sports fields, shady trees, tennis courts, picnic area, walking paths, playgrounds, and restrooms, but something a little different will pique your interest. Replicas based on actual artifacts from a Native American Lucenio village, the original inhabitants of the area, dot the scenery. As you stroll around, you'll soon notice distinctly placed boulders with pictograph markings, along with information on the Lucenio tribe. A plaque at the park outlines some of the history. The city of Oceanside and the San Luis Rey Lucenio Band of Mission Indians have brought together examples of the last culture to best recreate a Lucenio village at this site, where a village may have existed. Envisioned by Oceanside native Luis Munoa Fusat, born in 1908, the park was dedicated in 2004 with the 95-year-old Lucenio tribal leader there to celebrate in an opening ceremony with Lucenio dancers and drummers. Tribal leaders worked with the city and the Parks and Recreation Commission to include these replicated items of a village, including petroglyphs and pictographs, bedrock mortars, a shaman rock shelter, a roasting oven, and more. Plan to visit the park soon and gain a glimpse into history and Lucenio village life. Enjoy the park.
The busiest guy in town, Patrick Young, is here. He works for the Oceanside Parks and Recreation Department as the Special Events Coordinator for the City of Oceanside. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And you would agree that you're the busiest guy.
One of them.
You're always at the special events programs that are happening, right? And there are so many coming up.
Yeah, we permit over 350 a year. And we have over 32 large-scale events which have 3,000 people or more. every year, and they're just getting bigger and bigger.
Absolutely. November, Bike the Coast.
Yeah, November.
And Turkey Trot.
Bike the Coast is the first weekend of November, the first Saturday, that's the 4th. Okay. And we get about anywhere from 2,200 riders to 2,700 riders. Wow. That event's been steadily growing, especially after COVID, and it's a great event. It has divisions for the entire family, and they have a 50-mile, 100-mile, 30-mile, 15-mile, and a 7-mile fun bike for the kids as well. Awesome. There'll be food, all sorts of things at the band shell right when they finish up. Something for the whole family. It's a great event.
And then we move into December, and there's even more events. The holiday tree lighting. I want you to talk about
December
that too.
kicks off on December 7th with holiday tree lighting. It's one of the best tree lighting events in North County.
It is.
We've got a beautiful tree, and it's one of the best trees I've ever seen. I went to Disneyland recently, and ours was better than that one. So
I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
we do it the best, Patrick.
We spent a lot of money on that one, so and it shows. That's a really great tree. Yeah. And then on the 9th, we've got the Parade of Lights in the harbor, and that starts at 6 p.m. I forgot to let you know the tree lighting is at 6 p.m. In front of the Regal, and it's adjacent and part of the Main Street Sunset Market. So that's why we had such a large crowd. We normally have anywhere from 3,000 to 7,000 throughout the night. We've got a lot of great things planned, and it's just one of the best events to kick off the holiday season. Then it flows right into the Parade of Lights that following Saturday. The parade starts at 6 p.m. and it goes till about 8. We get about 2,500 to 3,000 people line the shores of the harbor and just have a great time. And then following that on the Monday, the 11th, one of my favorite events is the lighting of the menorah, and it's adjacent to the large tree that we have in the Regal. They make a spot for the menorah, and it's one of the most welcoming, fun events, the lighting of the menorah. And Rabbi Greenberg, he's great. He's one of my favorite people. He's really a lot of fun to be around.
An event for everyone.
It's an event for everybody. It's very inclusive. And one of my favorite stories is one of the traditions with the lighting of the menorah is they throw candy or chocolate coins. And the fire department often sponsors this, and they'll have toys and some other things. But one year the fire department was late, and they showed up, and a couple of the kids come up to the firemen. "We have more coins than we need. Would you like some?" Oh. And it just melts your heart, how giving the people are.
Yeah. Special time of year. So the Parks and Rec Winter Guide for registrations is out. Tell us about that.
The Winter Guide's coming out. You can find that on our website, the city website, and click on to Parks and Recreation. Okay. And then look for the activity guide. The registrations, the first week or classes start for the winter session, the first week of December. Okay. And one of the additions we have this year is we've got new Tiny Talk classes. They're for 2 and 3-year-olds at John Landis, which has been converted into a new community center. Yeah. And it's going great. We had to add additional classes because the originals filled up. So we've added a 9:30 to 12:30 Tiny Talk class at John Landis for Monday and Wednesday. Yeah. And then we've added another one on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 12:30 for 2-year-olds to 3-year-olds.
Amazing. Yeah, but there's all ages programs for
in our activity guide. We have something for everyone. Yeah. Tiny Tots all the way to seniors. We've got a really strong senior program with El Corazon Senior Center as well as the Country Club Senior Center. And we've got our senior lunch program at the Country Club, and they do activities daily. And we've got our senior ball coming up too that they do for the seniors, and Judy Bars does a phenomenal job with our senior program.
Very fun.
It's a lot of fun, a lot of positivity, something for everyone.
Absolutely. Parks and Recreation is doing such an amazing job. Lots of programs, tons of special events throughout the end of the year. Thank you for all you're doing here in Oceanside.
Our pleasure. We have a great team, and we just finished up our last movie series at Heritage Park this last Saturday. And it was well attended. All of our movies this year has been extremely well attended.
It's been a good year.
Really has.
Continue the great work, Patrick.
Thank you.
Good to spend time with you.
By the way. Thanks.
And thank you for watching the November edition of Oceanside Spectrum. Lots happening this month. Get out there and enjoy. And of course, if you would like to be a guest on the show, please visit koct.org/spectrum to find out details on how your nonprofit can be a part of the show. So stay up to date with all things North County by visiting koct.org. Thanks and take good care.